This is my wife's 2006 Polaris Ranger XP 700 electronic fuel injection. Just came back from Glamis a couple days ago, between Christmas and New Year's basically. I just washed it, but it is essentially, seriously, flawless. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's adult driven by my wife. We put our 2-year-old's baby seat right here in the middle usually. That's where she sits. I'm going to do a quick walk around and then show you some of the features, the lights, the music, then I'll turn it on. 5-point harnesses made by Crow in every single seat. This is a 6-seater, and most importantly, it is a legit 6-seater. What I mean by that is, with the new law that came in, when I first bought this, the roll cage stopped right here. This wasn't here, so there was nothing supporting this end or that end over there, and I didn't feel comfortable with that, especially having my kids in this thing. So I took it to a professional shop where they used high-grade steel. They welded from here down to here on both sides. Again, it's a special steel made for this kind of stuff, very high strength. And the beauty about it is that we didn't weld it right here. I asked the guy to basically put bolts here. The reason is that right now, the way it's set up, the bed will not come up because of the way the roll cage is connected. But if you do want to access it for some reason, then we left the latch. You can still, right now when you use the latch, nothing will happen because it's connected here. But as long as you remove these 4 bolts and those 4 bolts, everything disconnects and you can lift the whole bed and work on it if you need to. So here is a custom made rack. We have a special gas tank that fits here that we carry with us, and a cooler that fits perfectly there. Tires that you see on there now are 6-month-old. They're ITP sand tires. Paddles in the back, smoothies in the front. This is what we use in Glamis. And I also have a set of 4 knobbies that originally came with it. It has, the front lights were changed. They're HIDs, these two. And also we have these, which are extremely bright. They're more of a flood. I'll turn them on in a sec. It's got rear view mirror. I had professionally installed Kenwood 6x9s, 300 watts, and there's a 900 watt amp in here, under here. I'll turn on the music in a second. The vehicle does come, the vehicle has exactly 300 hours on it. Let that focus. So here's the cool thing I put in the front. On the steering wheel is a case to hold the cell phone. I always keep my cell phone here. These are for the HIDs, 2-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and there's a middle one which is 2-wheel drive, but I think it locks the differential. This is the key for these lights. The key, I mean the button for these lights. This is a 7-inch Android tablet that I customized for this vehicle. The cool thing about it is, and it comes for the price listed, it connects right here to the power. It connects directly to the amplifier underneath the hood. You can connect any type of device, any music device to this. You don't have to go with this device. It's just a simple mini jack. You can connect an iPod, any kind of cell phone. But I think oops, let me turn that off. but I think you'll enjoy it because it's really kind of customized for this vehicle. And what I mean by that is, let me show you some cool features it has. I use it for three main things. Number one, and probably most importantly, for GPS. The program I have on here will allow you when you're home to basically connect to your Wi-Fi, download free maps, aerial maps of the location you're going to be at, and then it saves it in memory so you don't have to have any kind of connection when you're in the middle of the desert or in, somewhere in Gorman, whatever. So this, for example, is an aerial photograph, a map of Glamis, and this is where we stayed a couple days back. I just turned this into basically home base, and you can zoom out. Once you zoom out, you'll see the bigger picture of Glamis. For example, I believe this is the store. Yeah, Glamis store. That's home base. This is Oldsmobile Hill, China. Anyway, that's the one thing I use it for. Second thing is, another really cool feature is obviously the music. The music, that's simple. That's this program. And let me let you hear the sound. This is now set to really low, actually. I'll show you. The volume control is on the device. It's less than half. It really goes up. I'm going to stop that before my neighbors get upset. And the last cool feature that I use this thing for is, because this year Ranger does not have a speedometer or an odometer. Well, it's pretty simple. Here it is. Obviously now it's set to 0 because I don't have the GPS on, but here you have a big display of how fast you're going, and it picks it up all by GPS. It's very accurate. It has the distance. If you go to here, you can reset the odometer. You can track your route, all kinds of cool features with this thing. So technically the vehicle comes with a speedometer and an odometer. This one has a front camera and a rear camera as well. You can use it as a tablet when you're not off-roading. I also installed a horn, and now I'm going to turn it on to show you how smoothly it turns on, just to prove that the vehicle is completely cold. Here is the, it has an aftermarket, I think it's called a big pipe exhaust, something like that. It came from the guy when I bought it. Supposedly it adds about 15% horsepower. The engine is completely cold. I have my hand on it. And then I'll show you how it turns on. With these vehicles, in order to turn them on, you do have to press the brake. All I'm doing is I'm turning the key. That's it, not even the gas. I'll turn on the HIDs to show you. And this is the button that turns the floodlights. And with these lights on, we can drive comfortably in Glamis at night. Gorman, that's where we usually ride, or Pismo. The HIDs take a moment to warm up before they get to their full brightness. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our Ranger. It's a very solid machine. Not as fast as the Razors, and the suspension is not as plush as the suspension, but then again the price is also a third, if not a quarter. And I'll be honest with you, it has taken us anywhere in Glamis that the Razors make it, except it just gets there a little slower. That's about it. It can hold legally 6 people, which is a huge for us. The reason, that's originally why we got this. We now have a 7-year-old and a 2.5-year-old, and 7-year-old's finally on his own quad. We got him a Honda 90 TRX, so I no longer need the high capacity seating, because my daughter will now sit. All I need is a 2-seater. My wife will ride the quad, or she'll ride this and I'll ride the quad, but we basically need only one passenger seat for the baby girl. So that's why we are trading up and we're moving to the Razor 900 2-seater. And this machine has served us very well. There are absolutely no problems with it. Pink slip in hand. That's it. Whoever's going to buy it is going to enjoy it.